Hello everybody, welcome back to the Indie Spotlight. My name is Baer. Today we are playing Meltdown by Phenomenon Games. This is the first game by this developer. It came out on Steam Early Access a little while ago. It's also available on the App Store, on the Google Play for Android, and you can get it on your Ouya as well. So if you're looking for a game to play on the Ouya, or if you're looking for an Ouya at a pawn shop and then figured you'd download something to play on it, then this is for you. It's on Early Access right now on Steam for $4. And the regular price, I believe, is going to be $6 or $7. And it is totally worth that price, in my opinion. I'm about to tell you guys a little bit more about it here. Of course, you can play this with either a gamepad or the mouse and keyboard. I find, much like Hotline Miami, this is a game that people try to desperately convince me is more well-suited for mouse and keyboard. So I am indeed playing with that control setup. You can change your resolution to a certain degree. Most of the major resolution options available. Unfortunately, you can't actually select full screen or windowed, but what you can do is just Alt-Enter, and then you can switch to a window mode that way. Not much by way of graphics quality as well. I'm going to go ahead and switch that to very high, actually, because why not? And, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. And then we can also click on this to go to Phenomenon Games' website. I'm not actually 100% sure what this is. Oh, this is just some stats you can see here. Yeah, so I played this for about 30 minutes in and out of the game. That total playtime will leave is just like mission time, and there's a whole bunch of achievements, all kinds of good stuff. But let's go ahead and play the game. So, Meltdown is a tactical arcade shooter. Again, I mentioned it's in that isometric style, and you'll see that in just a moment here. What we've got right now is the pre-mission select screen, so you can upgrade your gear. For right now, I've got myself an SMG and a shotgun, and I don't have enough money. I actually just equipped the chainsaw, which cost me quite a bit of the gold that I had accrued. But you can equip up to 2 weapons. You can unlock new weapons by progressing in level. For example, this revolver unlocks at level 9. I believe I'm currently, yes, at level 7 right now. And you can also upgrade these weapons with various upgrades. And then that actually, in turn, if you upgrade them to, I believe, something like level 9 or something like that, or at least 9 upgrades within the gun itself, you can unlock an upgraded version of that gun, which is pretty sweet. You can also upgrade your character with skill points, which you acquire through the levels, through combat, and all that good stuff. I've gotten myself a few here. I've actually pretty much just only given myself upgrades to the damage output I do, because I don't really feel that I need to give myself anything but souped-up damage up to this point. And I'll show you guys why I'm saying that. I've played through the first 3 missions. I'm going to go ahead and just jump back to, let's say, mission 2, because I did that one pretty poorly, and that'd be a good way to show off a few things here. So you drop down, and I'll talk about the art style a little bit, because I am kind of a fan of it. It's got, I wouldn't call it a retro feel, but it's going for an arcadey vibe, I suppose I would say. Like, this kind of, it feels like a game that you'd play in an arcade, like when you were a kid, play the 25-cent arcade slot machines, and arcade slot machines, yeah, that's what I'm going for, the arcade machines. And I dig games like that. It's got that old school vibe to it, and it's rocking it, and I can dig it. So you play the game, pretty simple control scheme here. You WASD keys to move. You can aim with the cursor. You can shoot your gun with the left mouse button. This is Titanfall. It has a Titanfall mod, actually, of course. You can also approach cover like so, and you just automatically start ducking behind cover like that. You can also use your right-click to melee attack, and then things explode as soon as you do that. I forget these are actually like the self-destruction bots. But yes, you can also dodge roll with the spacebar. And that's pretty much it. You can also acquire certain upgrades, like there's this nuke upgrade, for example, that you can pick up from certain enemies. And if you happen to get that, you can... I don't actually know what button it is. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. You can push that button and you can nuke everything on screen, which is pretty fantastic. Go ahead and take this guy as well. So yeah, as I said, the gameplay is pretty basic, pretty self-explanatory. You can switch weapons with either the mouse wheel or the 1 and 2 buttons on your keypad. Shotgun does well if enemies are getting up into your face, and she shouts out melee kill every time you get a melee kill, which I don't think I've actually found a way to turn that off. I kind of wish I could, unless I like turn the sound effects all the way down. It does get kind of annoying at times. Totally fine though. And that's pretty badass. I was hoping that would happen pretty soon too. Little 360 badass Rambo spin around. Pretty freaking neat. Yeah, so tactical arcade action, there are quite a few different enemy variants, which I'm pretty happy with. I have only, again, played through the first 3 missions, but already it's introduced me to quite a few different variations of enemies. For example, there's these guys. I was just about to talk about them as they sprung up like that. The little engineers, which will get up in your face and try to take you down melee style, while the other bots are doing the same from a distance. As I'm going through this right now, though, I'm kind of just clearing things out as I go. I'm going to go ahead and, like, skirt through a few phases just so we can maybe... here we go, yes. Destroying the Guardians. This is one of the first sections that actually gave me a little bit of trouble. But once the bots start to group up a little bit and generate more than you can handle, it starts to get quite a bit more difficult. Like, you may be thinking to yourself right now, this doesn't really look that tough, and certainly it doesn't have that much of a difficulty curve. You can probably pick this up and be doing pretty damn well on your first attempt. But as you can see here now, there's been quite a few bots that have generated, and I really need to start taking care of them because I'm getting kind of overwhelmed. I need to really be using my cover as well. Oh god, yes, see, I'm taking quite a bit of damage here. What I really need to do is try to take out the guards. But I died. I actually died. So we gotta use one of our one-ups to get this going. Nuke them! Oh, beautiful. There we go. Yep, I'm probably gonna die again. Holy god. So let's maybe, instead of trying to show off the potential for me dying, instead succeed. That sounds like a fun idea. There we go. Alright, now I really desperately gotta get out of the way of these guys. Oh my god. Okay, it got kind of intense. But we're good now. We're good. Alright, all's well. All's well. The cosmos. It's also a possibility as I'm looking at this now. Well, first of all, I should show off the fact that these are all mystery crates, so we can pick up some goodies inside of these, and I believe we picked up a mystery box as well, which we'll unlock at the end of the level. There's not much by way of pickups. I feel like that's a bit of a weakness to the game. I feel as though there could be quite a few different upgrades. You could get like a shot speed upgrade, for example, or you could get like a, you know, temporary mega boost to your weapon that makes it super powerful. But all I've seen, and I'm pretty sure all that exists, are double damage upgrades and nukes. So, you know, take that as you will. I feel like it could be a bit more fleshed out in that respect, but who am I? Who am I to say such a thing, right? So, as I mentioned before, you need these coins and these little... I don't even know what these are called. There's probably a word for them. It's, let's see if I can choose this, and then it'll say... no, just like a disc thing, but yeah. So you can get these upgrades, as I mentioned, and you require both gold and these discs to do so. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to nanite ammo, so I'm not worrying about that at all. And I'll go ahead and get heat sink as well, just so we can potentially get ourselves closer to a... oh, just kidding, I don't have enough money for that. I don't have enough money for this. No, I don't. Huh. Well, damn. I might be able to upgrade our shotgun, actually, here, if I have enough money for that particular thing. See if I get long barrel. Yes, increased range. There we go. Beautiful. So, yeah, the upgrades are pretty well balanced, I think, as far as the acquisition of them is concerned, and the availability of upgrades to your weapons. Can you find weapons, or do you earn and buy them? Good question. As far as I can tell, you only earn them and get them by leveling up. So, for example, this unlocks at level 9, this unlocks at level 14, and as I mentioned before, you can upgrade like your SMG or something to a heavy MG by upgrading it a certain way and unlocking that weapon in that regard. Glad you're streaming out of the Canadian Gecko. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So I'm going to go ahead and increase my melee damage so I can unlock the next tier of soldier specialist stuff here. There. Increase critical damage with all weapons. Beautiful. The game is called Meltdown. It's available if you type the ! spotlight command in the Twitch chat. You can find out a lot more information about it. Oh, Meltdown with Baer. That's awesome. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start off on Mission 4 here, and we'll go ahead and play it just a little bit more. Of course, one of the biggest perks to this game, I'm not really going to be able to show off at the moment, but it is a multiplayer game, and if I recall correctly, it's multiplayer across platforms, which is pretty cool. Not something you see that often in a lot of these kinds of games. Yeah, pretty big fan of that. Let's get through it. So what else? What else can we note? What else can we note? The soundtrack. I'm actually a pretty big fan of it. In fact, let me go ahead and turn that up just a touch for you guys so you can hear that a little bit more. So it's got a really awesome techno spacey vibe to it. Totally fits the atmosphere really damn well as far as I'm concerned. There's only one voice that I've heard thus far, and she sounds like a pretty, you know, generic robotic character. She fits pretty well, too, as well. And I think it's safe to say that you've certainly seen quite a few games like this. and they really try to sell it, at least on their website, as like this, you know, this isn't the kind of tactical arcadey shooter you've seen in the past. But when I'm playing it, I'm kind of like, you know, yeah, it is. It pretty much is the same thing. But I don't think there's necessarily a problem with that. We kind of get oversaturated with particular games pretty easy these days, especially because there's so many games coming out, especially with the you know, enactment of Steam Greenlight. Ooh, new kind of bot, nice. But I still think for a game that's in early access right now, of course, you gotta forgive if you happen to find like any bugs or anything like that. It is still in early access, so they're still working on it, of course. But it is just still so much fun. Like, if you're looking for a new game to play that's in this style, this is a very fun example of that. And again, I'll reiterate, like, maybe you played a game like it before, but it's certainly still a good, fresh new experience and totally worth it. That may have sounded a bit contradictory in my earlier statement. I meant to phrase it to say, like, while it may not be the most unique thing you've ever played in your life, it's still a fun time, and I think it's still worth the few bucks to give it a whirl. I just realized there's probably a likelihood that meleeing down that guy's shield is a much more useful tactic. And tactics, I think, are what they are going for as far as that this isn't your everyday arcadey shooter feel that they were trying to talk about. Because there certainly is an argument to be made that there are much better ways to defeat a handful of enemies. For example, if you're playing against these guys, more than likely we want to try to take cover as much as you possibly can because their rocket blasts will just melt you down if you let it. So like, for example, like if I were to play it like that, I'd obviously be a lot better off, and I'd probably get a better ranking on the level as a result, because A, I'm not taking that much damage, and B, I'm kind of playing the way the game wants me to. So that argument certainly holds water. But at the same time, if you just want to like run around and shoot people in the face and jump over boxes and not worry about your own well-being whatsoever, then you can totally do that too. Yes, it's on PC, it's on mobile as well. You can get it for $4 on Steam Early Access. You can also download it for the Ouya. As I mentioned, if you have a lack of Ouya games to play, this is a good option. I believe we're nearing. What I'm really hoping to see is a boss fight, honestly, because I've been like, it's been building me up for this epic meetup with one of the boss AI components. I suppose I could do a little bit to explain the story behind this as well. I guess you can gather from my lack of doing so that that's probably not a very critical, important, or, you know, factor in this game. Let me actually get down here just so I can make sure I'm saying the right thing. So you play as Mr. Zed, who is a former Marine, and he's stationed on, this is Charon, one of Pluto's moons. And the AI controlling the stations have gone haywire, and it's his job now to, oh my god, I'm getting cornered right now. It's his job to set them straight and make sure that everybody can escape the station easily. Oh my god, this is kind of a boss fight right here, isn't it? This is intense. Oh lord, oh man, that was bad. Alright, I think I died. 1-up time. There we go. That's pretty effective. Yeah, so this is the kind of combat I was hoping for, to be honest. I'm really glad I got those upgrades to the bullet regeneration as well, because I am probably going to need it here. Switch over to the shotgun, actually, for a little while. Oh my goodness, this is getting intense. Get him right there. Nice. Those dudes are tough as hell. Holy cow. I wonder if I should try meleeing them, honestly. Let's see if I can... Well, you know what I ought to do, actually, is go like that. Oh, get away, get away, get away! Wow! They juggled me to death, dude. Holy cow. Okay. There goes that, and then both of the Guardians are alive, so they're going to be spawning more enemies, of course. I think one of them is nearly dead. Alright, there goes one. Boom. Alright, so I got what I asked for sure. Melted me down like freaking butter. Roll, Baer, roll! Yes, the dodge roll I definitely need to be taking more advantage of. You can also leap over cover. I don't know if I've even taken advantage of that, because it's usually a lot easier to just dodge roll everywhere. Oh, all the goodies. Give them to me. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, that was a dastardly fight, man. Holy cow, so there's extra experience and extra coins out of that. Pretty damn good. Party time with Baer, baby. Yes, the music is pretty fantastic, I agree. So yeah, the drive to this, of course, I don't imagine it's terribly long. In fact, we might be able to... Oh, hey, look, we unlocked the revolver. Nice. Let's go ahead and equip that to the second slot here. Why not? See if we can do so. Come on now. Come on, cooperate with me. Oh, I can't even afford it. Jeez. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the mission screen. So you can see, yeah, it's got a decent amount of missions. Yeah, this is a coming soon thing here as well, so clearly they've got more ideas to flesh out. Yeah, probably take quite a bit of time to get through all the way to mission 30, at least a few hours. And of course, there's the drive as well to get the 3-star rankings on all these missions, a la, you know, 10 Second Ninja, but in completely different respects. You've also got this wave attack mode here that you can unlock after level 30, and that I assume is just kind of like the horde mode for gears or, you know, anything relevant to that. How do you get the 1-ups? They're just kind of a pickup that you can get, and I believe you can also unlock them by getting a high enough ranking on the mission, so kind of a valuable asset that I'm pretty much burning through by playing poorly. But yeah, this is Meltdown. Again, it's available on Steam. It's available to download on Google Play and the App Store and your Ouya. Any microtransactions is a valid question. I don't believe so. I haven't seen any myself, which is a good thing in my opinion. I would certainly prefer not to see them. Let's go ahead and click this. Oh, this is just a credit scene. Okay, so yeah, that's not really anything. But yeah, as far as I can tell, no microtransactions, which I imagine for a lot of people is a good thing. Yep, doesn't look like it. Pretty much just straight up grinding for unlocks. And yeah, are you sure you need a headband that long? It's almost like the Journey scarf, isn't it? That's pretty fantastic. And yeah, so that'll do it. Again, this is Meltdown by Phenomenon Games. Find out more about it by using that exclamation spotlight command in the chat. You'll also find a link down in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching the Indie Spotlight this week, guys. My name is Baer. I'll see you next time.